I've done a lot of cleanup since last episode, including getting all the quicksilver that I can, so this happened. Hey, what's going on?
The Ancient One is exiting my body. It is being borne through the rift in my chest, from which its visage was peering. Penitent One, what must I do? Must I allow the miracle to continue with its punishment? Hurry. Bring me the quicksilver before it's too late.
I don't have any more?
Hurry!
Well, unfortunately, I don't know. Anyway, I suppose when I happen to find some more, I will go and do something about that if he's still alive. I don't know. Well, anyway, it seems like one of the other things that happened since I was down in the library was that all of the save points apparently got upgraded to being teleport points now, or something. I'm not entirely sure what triggered it, but they're a lot fancier, and they do allow me to, completely bypass using all of the hand doors, which I'm not opposed to. There's not as many of those as I would like. So instead, not here. So instead of having to make a really big trek back, I can just go right here and check out a little bit more of the Mother of Mothers. Because there was that one area above here that I didn't really want to explore too much due to the whole, I was at like a very small amount of health with no more bile flasks remaining. Yeah. And even though I don't really have a whole lot of bile flasks right now, I did manage to find this, which allows you to recover health after beating enemies. So it shouldn't be too bad to keep at least mostly full health right now, even if I can't heal too much otherwise. And then aside from that, I also did go around and clean up each one of the statues too, because they were, it was exactly as I expected. They're just a kind of self-contained little challenges related to the various enemies that you find in each area. And the one that I did last time seems to be the most difficult, at least of the ones that I can do right now. I would guess that there's probably a little bit more in terms of cleansing the guilt statues, because otherwise, after finishing them all, something would have happened. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, something certainly has been happening. The Thorn has now turned into this, but it doesn't seem to do anything, at least as of just yet. Looking pretty good. By the way, on the teleport map from each one of the hand shrine things, you can actually see the ferris tree right at the gates to the... I mean, in fact, in the background here a little bit. It's pretty dark, but yeah, the gates of the city does, in fact, show that ferris tree, so I guess it is there. I just never noticed, or something. Well, I didn't really have teleporting unlocked for quite a while due to my own lack of exploration, so I guess that shouldn't really come as any surprise. Alright then. Oh great, and I'm seeing that the fire shooting, or, well, light ball shooting things seem to be going in different directions right now. So that's going to be real fun to deal with as I get a little bit higher. Oh, they're like a more advanced form of these things. Also a little bit more difficult. Great. Oh, well, not that big of a deal, but needless to say, I'm not looking forward to dealing with these in a little bit more difficult platforming sections. They start to do the classic Super Mario World crossfire bullet pattern. Yep, okay. Still looking for something that will allow me to interact with those, well, that didn't seem entirely necessary. Still looking for something that will allow me to interact with those, thorn spots that I've seen around here. Alright. You know what? I got some spells here. Let's actually try using them for once. Pretty good. I guess 2 shots does take out most of my fervor bar, but hey, at least it did take out what I think is a mini-boss enemy that is not going to be respawning, so it's not too bad. This is exactly what I was talking... It's exactly what I was talking about when it came to a little bit trickier platforming, but yeah. All right, attempt number 2. Let's see if I can't get on the platform correctly this time. All right, well, at least I didn't get knocked off, and that's kind of the more important bit of anything else. Because those spikes, as far as I can tell, are still instant death. The Guardian? What is the Guardians? Okay, Anointed Legion. Sigil of the Twisted. Yeah, the Twisted are something else that has come up along with a couple other things like the High Wills, of course, and the Affliction to kind of pay attention to as far as key words lore-wise. What do they mean? Hard to say. Didn't do much of anything. Okay. It is just the it is the statue from Super Metroid. What? Oh, it's just an Anointed Legion member. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. Well, I know exactly how these guys work, so yeah. So basically, wait for an attack, parry, 1-2 hits, then dash behind him is what I was going to try to do. 1, 2. And if he decides to go for the larger hit, yeah, that. Then now it's full combo. Not quite the same thing as Ezris, but still pretty, still kind of tough, all things considered. What does this do now? Oh, yes. So, is that, well, that looks like the same sort of golden liquid that has been flowing from a lot of the, like, enemies. A lot of the characters that I found in the dream, like the ones that gave me the humiliations and all that. Doesn't really get the same sort of parry as the other, as the other like candle bearing guys, but I suppose it's still pretty effective to do parries nonetheless. Oh, and then also get your own miniature version of Perpetua too. Great stuff. Now then, do got to be at least a little bit cautious though. Right. Look, I've gotten more than enough opportunities to fight an enemy like this after the last boss. Although it is a little bit trickier with that enemy in there, not that much trickier. Good, and where does this go exactly? I mean, I guess it looks like it goes all the way down to the Mother of Mothers, but oh yeah, it just kind of dumps you right off here. Okay, so I guess that unlike most of the other shafts that you go through, there's not really too much to see as you are climbing down. This seems like a fairly easy heart to get comparatively. But it's probably not going to be anything very impressive. Heart of Oils. Lowering defense, increasing damage. Well, that seems like the one that I should have equipped up, but I think I'll keep what I got right now just because I do like the whole lifesteal type of aspect. It's so far doing pretty good. I mean, the lowered amount of... Oh, come on now. The lowered amount of health that I get from using one of the flasks is not really all that big of a deal as far as I can tell. Okay, and well, I got everything to get up through here, which is pretty nice, but unfortunately doesn't seem to be quite enough to get the last little bit. So instead, I guess we're going to go up the this far more dangerous looking route. Not that I think that's going to make too much of a difference, because this is the sort of like instant death trap as you would expect. Like if I get hit by that fireball, it's done. Oh, and that's why I couldn't get up there. It's another one of those thorn patches. Well, that'll be good for the future, I suppose, but it's not quite what I'm focusing on as of right now. Gotta get 2 more masks, it seems. But I guess, yeah, considering I did open up a little tiny lever here, this would be the obvious area to be going next. Then as you get all 3, you get all the way up to the top, I suppose? Or maybe these areas are just going to lead to the next 2. Of course, it's going to be this. All right. Well, that'll do it. He's got to go faster to be truly like Azarus, but I mean, as we've seen, Azarus was definitely a exemplary member of the Anointed Legion, so I guess it's a little bit too much to, expect the same out of these guys. Hey, come on. Heart of the Second Refuge. Sure. And then, okay, good. I guess I'm glad that I went over. I went down to the right first. Should be no surprise here. Fortunately, they are really still doing a number on me. Okay, come on now. I am getting there's a lot of opportunities for me to get like 1 hit point off of lethal on these enemies, aren't there? Yeah, just going for the parries was clearly the answer there. So, anyway. Yep, this is pretty much the worst case scenario now, isn't it? Nope, I am not a fan. But I should probably figure out what this is first, because it does seem... I mean, basically... No, still can't get up there. Oh, well. Some point in time I'm going to figure out what those things do, but... right now is not that time. Yep. Big jump. Alright, I'm just going to take out this thing first. Okay, that'll work. Not a big fan of the scenarios that have been put through so far. And once again, it's another one of these sort of rooms. So I guess it is definitely worth it to try and get those opened up first before I do much of anything else. Although I am going to have to go back through here. Maybe I guess it'll loop around then? At least that's my best guess for the time being. Good, good. So Perpetua being able to fly, I guess, was not just a quirk of being a literal angel, but there are just people around here that can do that. You know, like this guy in the ball, or these guys that I'm fighting right now. Which, sure. There's certainly stranger things that have happened so far in terms of the miracle and how it's been doing. Tell me you go back. Okay, good. I was going to say, tell me you go back up and down, because otherwise I have no idea. I have no idea how I was going to get that Child of Moonlight. All right. Okay. There's more stuff up there. But it looks like it's the sort that I'm going to probably be just walking up there by going through this area first. I'm going to be extra cautious because I don't want to die to spike pitch if I can help it. Perhaps the most ignoble way to go. Throw any more enemies at me? Yeah, of course I do. Of course it's one that is not really too easy to attack now either. Not that it really makes too much of a difference. I got it well enough. And I hate those bouncing fireballs. At first I thought they were like, it's not too bad to deal with, but putting other enemies in here at the same time has made it much more frustrating to deal with. Here, how about this? You really have to be standing like just perfectly still to be able to start up the charge attack, which is why I haven't really been using that too much. Even with the lower charge up time, it's still hasn't been great. And you can see the ferris tree in the background as well as the rest of the area. All right. Nice silhouetted style here. Very... Oh, great. It's these guys again. Well, I mean, again, it's like I don't think there's multiple elder brothers, to be honest. It's just... they're clearly the exact same sort of fellows that I've seen before. I do like how that it gives you that sort of momentary slowdown, even though these guys, much like Perpetua, even though these guys are definitely not bosses anymore. A strange way for them to die as well. Right? No, it's called the Wall of the Holy Prohibitions, which I guess is a larger part of the ferris tree, it seems. At least judging by the background. Well, of the map. Key of the Secular. Haven't seen that anywhere around here. There was one more key, but it was a key of the Inquisitor that I saw in one of the shops that appears about. Okay, then. That wasn't one of the genuflecting guys, was it? I mean, it sort of looks like it. But at least not of the same style. And like, guys, the dash attack is very good, by the way. Well, because I need to, unfortunately. Did they turn the ferris tree into a gigantic prison? Seems like a questionable thing for what is a pretty holy place. That was a little bit weird in terms of camera angle, but hey, I didn't get hit, so... Oh, there we go. And I guess that's going to open up every one of the doors around here. Imprisoning the secular in one of the most holy places around here is an interesting choice, certainly. I thought so. Now, we're not going to do a full a full execution for each one of these guys. There are so many of them. What can I say? And I guess I'll find some. I'll just go back there during the cleanup or whatever. Leave it at that. All right. Well, this is a guy. Oh, seems very similar to the. Well, to the first boss and also to the limestone characters I was fighting earlier as well. Key of the Scribe. Speaking of characters who are made of limestone. That shed. Nah, nothing. Looked like it might have been. I also kind of expected this sort of thing, too. It's too unfortunate that they're just complete non-issues at this point for me to fight. I knew that dash attack was going to be good once I got it. And boy, has it been. Alright, well, seems like going to have to be going over on the left side then instead. I'm going to guess right now that it's probably just going to be a lot of... it's probably just going to be a lot of, yeah, okay. Keys that I got to find in here. Not getting the parry, right? Keys that I have to find in this particular area. The Skeptic? I'm a little bit interested in what a Skeptic has to say. Now, of course. When you guys... It's like you don't really think that a Skeptic would last long in a theocracy like this, after all. Okay, so can I just... Like... Yeah, okay. Because it does take some time for that to even start up in the first place. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I mean, you guys have pulled that trick way too much for me to not be wise to it at this point. Think you're going to fool me by like, oh, we're going to come in right after you in this door. Here's the key of the scribe. I should probably look at these keys here. Right, and then not you, but you. Oh, I wonder if that's a little bit of lore related to the blood perpetuated in sand. Maybe. I mean, it's not like sand is really mentioned very often in this game, at least as of just yet. So I think the connection could easily be made. I'll start checking out these doors. Got a fun gachapon going on. Could you have even gone here before getting the relic that makes you immune to poison? I don't think that would be possible. Well, I mean, I suppose you could have just skipped it down in the grieving area. I forgot what it was called. But even then, I don't know, it would be hard to get through the rest of that area. There was no indication that there was going to be a big ol' spike trap there. All right, well, I've been looking at these things for this episode. Mostly haven't really been doing too much related to looking at all the collectibles, but I'm just, why not start again now? No time like the present and all that. All right, anything else? Anything else? No. Key to the secular, I also, like I said, Do have plenty more doors to be looking at, but I'll just do that after the episode. So what's the wacky key I'm getting in here? Key of the Inquisitor. That I do actually know where to get that one. So I guess it's not going to be one to do right now. Oh, and okay, is there just like a separate area, a separate way to get down here then, rather than... Oh, okay. I guess I should probably go talk to, I want to say like Nicodemus, but I know that's not his name. But anyway, I don't know if there even is a too late for like that quest line, but I guess we're gonna find out right now, aren't we? I do have enough money as well as another empty bile flask. I mean, like I said, I'm not super concerned with, oh no, my flasks. So, perfectly willing to give that up to see what's going to be happening at the end of this. In the meantime, let's take a look. Still haven't found any more holy items for the foot washing, saltpeter, saint character? I don't know what you call him. Because he's not really like in the same class as the characters that I got the other humiliations from. So, I don't know. Hey, I'm back. Alright, you still seem to be kicking, so that's good.
With this quicksilver, I bless the mixture that will recover your spilled blood.
Oh, man. Like... I'm trying, but, like, this is... Only got one flask left now. But hey, it should be like a full heal, nearly. Yeah, no, he's still... I mean, between that and having his feet impaled, it seems... he's not having a very good day. Well, anyway, back to the... Well, here, I'll go throw the bones I got into the sepulcher as well, but... That's nice. And maybe also go check out the church again, because after donating a lot more of the tiers in there, it has been really starting to shape up, so maybe I can get even another level to that again. Maybe that's the thing that got me to get the upgraded save points in the first place. I honestly could not really tell you. Stuff like this great tableau of a bunch of peasants trying to push a giant pig into a cart. It amuses me a lot. Anyway. Yep, looking pretty nice in here, all things considered. Only got 3,000, but... like, the last time I came in here, I threw in like 20,000, so... probably not going to be enough. But if I just leave and come back in, I think if something is going to happen, it will happen. No, it's looking pretty much the same. Okay, I'll wait until I get another really huge bounty, and then come and stare at this image again. Such a large pig. There's also like a dog and cat up there on the roofs. Some good stuff. Anyway, I don't know if that is from doing a lot of donations or what, or if I've just gotten to a certain point in the game. It's kind of hard to say. This doesn't make it like a very clear after all. Alright, well, not going to be able to get over there, but I should be able to... you know, like get to the other side of this at least pretty easily. Oh man, are there going to be a couple guys coming in here? It's like I've seen this several times already. 22. I think I was told 20 is where you get some sort of reward. So I am going to have to go check out the bowl. and see if something happens. In the meantime, it doesn't look like I can leave from here, but yeah, at least have the other area down below opened up. And I said I was going to do this later, and now just doing it all right now. And one more hit. Can I look at this? No, I guess not. Looks like something interesting. Temporal of Joel. Okay, is that, no. Still considered one of these. Still considered a collectible and not one of the body pieces that I could turn in at the church. I got a couple of those pretty early on, and then... Was he, like, steaming mad there? What was that? But, yeah, I got a couple of them early on, but not too much past that. These guys, like, buff up as you, if you get hit by them. Because it didn't really seem to do any damage. Or, no, it did do damage. I just healed it back up. That's right. Oh, well, I'm not really going to let these guys live to find out. I suppose is the real thing. Also, much like many enemies I see in games, they do spend a lot more time yelling than actually attacking you. To their detriment, but who am I to complain? Alright. As always, definitely want to check out these things first. Nice shortcut, too. Hint on the upcoming boss, perhaps? Although that does sound a lot like some of the characters that I saw back in the convent. Hey, come on, man. Or is it going to... Okay, it's just going to open back up. He was just waiting for this gigantic naked man to make his way downtown, I guess. Not that a gigantic naked man is really an uncommon sight in Custodia, let's be honest. It's actually exceedingly common, if anything. All right. Okay. And no, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Starting to get the Children of Moonlight fast and furious now. Okay, yeah, I was going to say... This is clearly too easy. So, I take it that you're the guy that they were talking about earlier, eh? Oh, the galleon-style fight, I see. Fair enough. Still, this shouldn't... well, first off, before I get too far into the fight, I do have something... Yeah, like take off this and put on this. Grant some protection against flames. Of the golden mask of the... Can I just go attack this thing? No. Golden mask of the charred lady. So is it normal for the Inquisitors to wear... I guess something to ask would be, is it normal for the Inquisitors to wear pointy hats like this? Is that the penitent? Is that the penitence of the penitent one? Well, maybe I'll find out after I beat this boss. But for right now, of course, as always, post-commentary mode. Okay, I basically beat this guy on the second try, so instead of doing post-commentary, let's just do this one live again. Because it's like, yeah, not as difficult as a boss as I initially... thought. So, yeah. I mean, basically, he was down to like one little tiny pip of health right before I died. So it's like, yeah. All right, when he's on the wall, he's going to throw the sword. When he... Yep. Duck underneath that. And then when he's on the... When he's on the ground, he's going to do the slow dash. Really, I should just be walking back and forth whenever he starts to... Come on now. Really, I should just be walking back and forth whenever he starts to... He no longer has a sword, because he mostly just teleports around. And dashes. Which takes just long enough that I'm starting to get hit by it. It's one of those things, it's like the first time you see it, pretty easy to dodge, but then it's like subsequent times you know what's coming, so it actually becomes a little bit more difficult. Falling attacks, needless to say, not quite as good, but I got mostly. Alright. Just gotta watch out for that attack then too. Starts to do after you hit him a few times. Alright. There. No. All in all, a pretty easy boss. I just screwed up some simple stuff. Well, I mean, this is the first time I'm ever fighting him. I suppose screwing up some simple stuff is to be expected. Should just be walking back and forth. That's clearly the way that you want to do this. Right. Yeah, it's just hard to tell exactly which one is which, so I think just getting as far away from him as possible when he's hanging on the ceiling, very Grant the Nasty style, which is probably the inspiration for this guy, to be honest. You know, like being able to climb on walls and then also having like a lot of throwable attacks and everything like that. Very Castlevania 3, the partner that you get in Castlevania 3. Yep. Duck. And yeah, just run back. Like, wait a second. And when he gets back up. Okay, I'm gonna go for the dash. I'm gonna go for the Mario Kart double dash. And easy. Okay, yeah, to be honest, I could probably... This is like... Could probably do this like flawlessly type of fight at this point in time. I got it for the most part. And yeah, as far away as possible because I don't know which one he's doing. Do lose out on getting a couple hits here, but it only does a minor amount of damage if I'm not doing the full combo anyway. This attack is just free damage, it seems. Okay. Which I'm not going to argue with, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's a lot like the one where when I was fighting Esdras. When I was fighting Esdras, it's like all you gotta do is... No, you're going for the dash. You gotta do is just be on like one side of the screen, and then you can get a lot of free hits off of the dude. Good. Yeah, he's no longer targeting, I think was kind of the more difficult thing that I was trying to understand there. Clearly not worth even trying to attack him there. Which one are you doing? Gotcha. Yeah, okay. It's free damage. Oh. But unless he starts to go for that attack, which is a little bit more difficult to dodge. Done. Do I get the sword? No, of course I don't get the sword. That would have been pretty cool, though. It was just hanging around there for a second, and I was like, maybe? But no.
The one you have pulled from punishment was hearsay, one of the sheltered. He was unjustly condemned to the stake for heresy, and the inquisitors bore witness to the flames, engulfing his body amidst an atrocious communion of prayers and cries. Still, when it was over and the flames had died, the merciful miracle called them forth again, and from them, from the ashes and the embers, body of Kirce rose anew. For fiery are the paths of the miracle.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I thought his name was Quince. Kirce. Just leads me right to the other side of this. No surprise there. I'm still gonna go get this item, though. Of course. Key of the High Peaks. What do you got? Well, I suppose that's nice and everything, but I don't really have too much reason to go back there as of right now. I'm gonna have some undead style horses? Or undead bloodborne style horses? Oh, okay. I guess I don't really have anything to be rid of guilt to do with ridding guilt. Look, let's just bust this thing up and go do it already. No longer really need that. So throw on my true guilt, and what do we got? Like I said, I did most of the other ones of these off screen, so I think it's definitely worthwhile to get another one here live and in person. I don't even care. Besides, and you might say it's like, hey, didn't you want to go back to like the save point to make sure that, you know, you could get that flask back? No, I think killing it, I'll be able to kill enough enemies here that it won't even matter too much. But, hey, come on. Anyway, you don't really queue up attacks or... No, great. It's not going to be difficult, but it is going to be a little bit irritating. That should take care of one. This should at least get most of the way to taking care of the other. Good. Starting to lose a little bit of health, but if I get more of the prisoners, it's like that's going to be not what I was hoping for. Well, hey, at least I'm behind him, so that actually makes this real easy to a certain extent. And you know what? I've not been using that nearly as much as I probably should. In fact, if more prisoners arise... Of course. Had to be these guys instead. Oh, well, here's the execution, by the way. Did find out that all you got to do is just a big charge attack. Take them out. Do you honestly think that this is going to be the thing to take me down? Well, as it's going right now, you might be right. Still, just go chain parries over and over will work too. And do you know how long I spent fighting Esdras? It's nothing. Sure, a couple poor hits aside. It's like, still. What is an inverted spiral compared to a regular spiral? Custodia of Sin. That's an interesting name. What is it different from what I already have? Because that seems like that's an interesting name. Well, anyway, I've already looked at those. Let's check out that spiral thing, though. Curious. Elemental damage. Don't really know. I mean, yeah, getting a lot of like cursed objects from clearing out these sinful statues. Also stuff like this. just like, are we really doing the old like a thing from the stars type of stuff in this game now. I guess it's probably not supposed to be like that, but that doesn't seem to be in line with the rest of the lore that I've seen so far. I don't know. It's hard to say. Unless we are going to be getting a big weird twist coming at the end of this game. Nah, just like I said, don't even care too much for getting executions on those guys right now. So what did that actually accomplish beating that guy? Was there something that I didn't see? Like, was there something I missed, like getting a mask or something like that, with like I did with the last boss, or I'm not sure. Anyway, takes a little bit longer to attack you than it seems, so I'm often just kind of sitting there right up against the dude, aren't I? Okay, another Key of the Inquisitor type of area to go to, but not really one I'm super worried about for right now because, yeah, don't have the Key of the Inquisitor. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Well, that said, it seems like no, it looks like I do actually have to go over there. Well, I will cut back, I suppose. All right, what do we got on the other side of this now? That's another one of these areas. This is going to be the same sort of thing, but hey, at least there is a nice convenient shortcut, if nothing else. Oh, the key to the high peaks. Yeah, that's what I got. That's right. You know, when they said it was like a carriage, I didn't really think it was going to look like it's a platform with a bunch of horse statues on it. But sure, fine. At least to a different part of it, which I think was something that they didn't really make clear in the description of that. Oh. I don't really have too many more of these to go now, do I? That health looking pretty good. And let's see what's up at the top then. Because, you know, to be honest, I've already defeated the Lady of the Burning Visage, so what else are we gonna find the convent, really? It is the next of the masks. Now, the mirrored mask of Dolphos, probably because it's made of silver. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that is the second mask that I've now gotten. And I suppose I'll go back to the elevator and see what I can't find there now.
I burn from the inside out, and my smoke is a fog that conceals everything.
All right, slam-a-jam it in there. Guess that means that I can go up even farther. And as always with the elevators, there are now secrets here again. Ah, that was very close. Well, I always go to the right side, and that's the thing that opens it up so that I can... Or that was the thing that I had opened up? Ah, whatever, I suppose I'll, see soon enough. Come on, now. Oh, I hate that thing. That said, not really too much of an issue now. This, on the other hand, is... Oh man, this one might actually be a little bit tough, especially because, you know, I'm missing quite a bit of health, and by tough, I mean I'm already dead. Alright, and there's two of them at once, just from a single parry, meaning that this guy, not going to be too threatening otherwise. Unless he decides to continue to do the spin to win move. Which for some reason I'm not parrying? But what is... Whatever, I'm at least finishing up with it up with a parry. I feel like I should not have taken that much damage there, but that's fine. Oh, good. And to be honest, I could probably go and, yeah, buy some more. It's only rank 5, so I don't really have access to too much more. But... Well, that does seem pretty good. But I do want to instead go try and donate most of the tiers that I got right now because, I don't know, I'm curious as to what's going to happen with that. Whoops. Alright, what's on the left side? Yeah, the save point. That probably would have saved me a lot of time, wouldn't it? Yep. If I knew about that there. Oh well. A little too late now. But as it is, there is still a lot more to explore around here. And potentially another boss to go fight, if I was going to guess. Esdras referred to a... how do I get there? Esdras referred to a specific character that I do not remember the name of, but I'm going to guess that's probably going to be one of the 3 bosses that I'm going to be fighting. Especially with the amount of... Anointed Legion characters that I have already seen around here. And it's supposed to be guarding this area after all. And I'll see what's down here first, though. Yeah, how am I supposed to get underneath the elevator? Because that seems like the next... Oh, yeah, no, this is just kind of a shortcut-ish type thing to this area, then. Yeah, so then the question becomes, it's like, where is the next area to be going? No? Huh. All right. That seemed like the sort of thing that might have been able to be blessed, but I guess not. Oh, well. In the meantime, I did also figure out where I am actually supposed to be going. It was not underneath the elevator, as I was thinking, but instead, I want to go over to this area, which I didn't really fully explore previously. Got a little bit of a preview, but not really enough to figure out what's going on in here. Yeah, for some reason I thought it went all the way down here, and it was just kind of like a big straight pit, but... Okay, then. But no, I guess it is a entirely separate area, and oh boy, I think that... I didn't realize that I was going to be committing to something like this when I came in here. Oh, come on. Was that really enough to hit me? Well, as long as you're on the floor, it seems okay. And as long as I'm hurrying up... Nope. Still not enough. Yes, this is definitely its own area, needless to say. Who would make it like this? I gotta ask. Alright. Yeah. Speedy speed boy, that's all I need to do, right? Yes, okay. What sort of church is this? I do not know if I can really condone this sort of nonsense. Well, at least that works. Now I can only hope that I'm going to get through here fast enough. Nope, I landed on here anyway. Doesn't matter. For another heart, apparently, which is, well, sword core. really do question the religion around here sometimes. Mostly for some of their decorations than anything else. Sure, that's okay. With the whole huge, enormous the laser beam that I got right now, I can definitely make some good usage out of that. But, yeah, now that I have the ability to just kind of fall through bottomless pits, well, that's less of an issue, but still maybe a little bit of an issue due to, the falling... Get over here. Alright, fine then, whatever. Due to, you know, recovering from falls and all that. Hey, I saw, like, there was a little, green pixel at the bottom of that when I did that execution. Come on, fix your game kitchen, etc. Okay, and this looks like it just kind of leads back to this area. Which... yeah, I suppose I do want kind of like a shortcut back here, if nothing else, but... with the ability to now teleport between save points, I don't really know if it's all that big of a deal anymore. Just get a basic heal from doing that alone. And stop getting hit by all these sensors. That would only be for the better as well. I guess it's not really a shortcut, it's just an alternate path up here. Unless I do need to hit this no? I already got that, so... yeah, no, not really all that big of a deal then. Alright, back into that one area, see what's going a little bit farther to the right, and then I think over to the left is probably the third and last boss for... the big elevator Metroid statue, as I was calling it. I don't know. I guess gonna have to see. No. I was wondering, it's like, hey, am I gonna be able to just manage to hit him with no problem? But as it turns out, no. What? Oh no, that's the genuflector. I was about to go and dash attack him.
Is a long journey filled with reflection not enough? What of the calluses on the feet, the cramps in the legs, the thirst, the forehead scorched by a sun that seemeth never to set? And what about the torturing of the mind when guilt pierceth our hearts time after time? What more punishment do ye want, O sins of mine? Thou art before the first pilgrim, the first of the Barefoot rule, master of all errant sinners. This old limestone statue was erected where the pilgrimage of the master ended, where he took his last step. It was then that the miracle carried him in its arms so he could continue his path on the road of the old processions. Barefoot Master, what else dost thou want from me?
Hard to say. I mean, after all, you know, the way with forgiveness of sins, the justification of sins work is that, you know, it's not just enough to hate the sin and commit to yourself the desire to never sin again after that point, but also you do need to, you know, give yourself up to the Lord and for true atonement. Otherwise, it's just a contrition to help alleviate your own guilt, considered imperfect and not worthy of justification of your sins. So it could be that it's like, truly the penance has been paid, but not in a way that showed like faith, but just a desire to be free from guilt. And guilt and sins are synonymous with each other. So, besides, it's kind of questionable as to if the miracle rewards those who have been... it's kind of questionable if the miracle actually rewards people who have been properly penitent. Because after all, it seems to have just like manifested sins and also miracles by itself, but doesn't really seem to, you know, yeah, like, do anything past that. Like, there's no, okay, you paid for your sins, now, you're giving birth to a big old man. Which I don't really know if that's... That didn't really seem to be an improvement. I'm just saying. And there's a lot of these, purple flowers around on the floor. In fact, the boss is definitely here right now. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of purple flowers around on the floor, which usually says NPC, but I guess the NPC is just the one that will make bosses easier. No, nice. Again. There's only like one of these statues left, I think, now. Let me take a look. Yeah, no, I do actually have 7, so that's everything. All right. And yeah, everything is too expensive here except for the throwing of sacred blood. So, yeah. I'd rather donate it all to the church, to be honest, because I'm very interested in just how large I can get it, basically. All right. What's the next boss? All right, so it appears to be a bishop that is being weekend at Bernie's around here. Interesting. And yes, if I was going to take any guess, thinking I'm probably going to have to actually, yeah, hit a bunch of the big hairy arms to deal damage to it. Well, this definitely seems like a pretty good opportunity to use the dash, of course. Yeesh. Like full Sonic 3 in some of the hands just kind of reaching up from the ground. Oh, come on now. I guess I'm not going to have enough time to use some of the... Alright. Guess I'm not going to have enough time to use some of the charge attacks on this. Although... Excellent. Well, this seems like a fairly easy boss, all things considered. It's a little bit more tricky over time, but not. Oh, what's this now? And we get the beams of light falling down. Okay, I really got to make sure that. We got to make sure that I'm being a little bit cautious here as I walk directly into the beams of light. That was not enough. All right. Now I'm sure something else fun is going to happen when I get to half health here. Right? Well, here, you know what? I got all this stuff. Yeah, it does seem like it's very... Yeah, really don't want to just dash right in there. want to make sure that I'm dashing past Melchiades instead. Because otherwise he's going to do a number on me. That said, yeah, this is kind of seemingly like an easier boss than I was expecting. Right. Right into there, hey. Come on, I think I can still do this. Oh, it's gonna be real close. Nope. I thought that it was gonna go away faster than that. Well, to be honest, don't really think I'm gonna need to do a lot of post-commentary for this one. And I do remember kind of vaguely when I was here before, it's like if I just, say, turn off that there was a little bit of lore around here, too. Yes, I believe it was you up here. Now, why exactly are they, as I said, weakened at Berniesing this guy? Hard to say, but that appears to be what's going on. All right, I'll skip most of the way through that fight then again, because I'm sure you can see it's not going to be too difficult. All right, I think this might do it right here, just by itself. Yeah, that damage increase to the... yeah, that damage increasing heart, boy, it's just kind of amazing. Took like one hit there entirely. And then I'm going to guess probably getting the final of the 3 masks, if I'm not wrong. Broken mirrors and stuff on the ground? I'm not entirely sure. Strange. A dreamed world. Ah, yes, that would explain it. That would explain the kind of unusual area I found myself in. All right. I also, at some point in time, got another... I also apparently at some point in time got another empty flask, so that's going to be something to look at just by itself. And in the meantime, I'm going to go see what's up that elevator, because it definitely does... like, this might be the end of the game. I'm not entirely sure. Like 91% of the map looked at and everything, so... maybe? Kind of a faster end than I thought it was going to be, but, well, let's see. Basically, I just don't want to make the next episode, like, 10 minutes long.
Penitent one in sleeplessness, carrying the guilty sword, you have committed the most serious crimes against the Mother and her saints, against the miracle and its outbreaks. We have been entrusted with putting an end to your mission. I, Chrysanta in penance, excommunicate you, expel you, execrate you, with the blessing of our miracle of the greatest pain. And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.
Ah, yes. Oh, okay. Did hear about this character from the, really? Did hear about this character from, of course, Yes, did hear about that character from, what is his name? Esdras. So, I guess gonna be, fighting them next. Maybe should go fill up that. I stopped moving again. Oh. Convenient. But, yeah, we should go fill up that other flask, I think. That said, this one definitely is going to be post-commentary, so see that in a second. Alright, so once again, this is not really a fight that I need to do post-commentary for, because as it turns out, it looks really scary, but it's actually a pretty easy fight. For example, that attack where she does her own parry, if you just wait until she finishes her animation, bam, you get a parry very easily. The second that you see her start moving out of that attack, it's like, yeah, it's all you really need to look for. And then anytime you get a hit on her, you can actually get like 3 more hits because she immediately tries running away. So it's actually there's a lot of very punishable attacks in here that make it a lot easier than it seems. And otherwise, like that attack, for example, very, very well telegraphed, so you just jump over it most of the time. And wait until that animation is done. Bam, 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 bam. Second phase gets a little bit more tricky. That's mostly because that attack does just an absurd amount of damage. But it is pretty easy to parry if you see it coming. It's just, it can come from any side. Also, I think if you parry her when she does the diagonal version, if you parry her when she does the diagonal version, it immediately knocks her out of that attack, which is pretty nice, but I'm not really going for speed kills here after all. Okay. Then for some reason, like in this phase, she actually still has a hitbox when... Okay. She actually still does have a hitbox when she's like teleporting back, which is kind of silly if you ask me, but I guess I didn't make the rules. There we go. Yep. Like 3 free hits there, which is pretty nice. And then it's like you're looking for if he's going to be... Is that it? Okay, no, 1 hit point left once again. She gonna explode like,
Go on! Purge my soul bitten by the miracle!
Anyway. Yeah, I was wondering if she was going to explode like, Esdras did. Because that would be pretty silly. Oh, there is one more boss left, apparently. I suppose that makes sense, but also at the same time, well, I guess I'll see what it is. Looks good. Gonna guess there's gonna be a gigantic red face over here? No.
In my dreams, I heard your footsteps coming closer. In my dreams, I tried to talk to you and introduce myself. Guardian of the miracle and of the miracle banner, with great pain, I carry the emblem of the Father. I am the hands of bloodied skin. I am the eyes from which our mother gazes. But nothing I know of you, apart from your cold, nameless visage, apart from your calloused and wounded hands, apart from the mourning of your deaths. No, I know nothing of you. Only the miracle knows. Now may your sword full of guilt with mine of gold collide. Let them hurt and march in procession. I curse you forever in name. I bless you forever in death.
All right, Escobar. He who called upon the miracle in the first place, and is a lot less giant than it initially looked like. Also, he is Dracula, which is definitely something. Also taking an awful lot of damage here for just a couple hits. He really is Dracula, isn't he? Oh, that's silly. That is very silly, I do have to say. Okay, well, this is he really is Dracula. Wow. I honestly did not see that coming, if I'm being honest. This is definitely okay. Let's stop the fight here for 1 second. This is definitely not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to do something else. Maybe if I switch out this for this or something. I don't know, because this was part of that other whole. Because it's this is too easy. This is far too easy. I could easily just kill him right now. There's some other gimmick that I'm supposed to be doing. But let's see, I suppose.
You have shattered the mirror in which you saw me asleep. Now you see me awoken as the son of the true miracle.
Maybe there's just a phase 2. I don't know. No. Okay. This makes a little bit more sense then. Also, yeah, the swords of gold colliding with each other when it's just When it's just you didn't even try to swing at me with the sword. Alright, well there's that. Oh, okay, and it opens up the face then. Which unfortunately don't really have much ability. The platforms are making this a little bit difficult. It's okay though. Actually, this is much more convenient. Okay. To what should be no surprise. Oh, thank you, platforms, by the way. That's very convenient. Ah. Actually getting in there. Well, anyway, only one more volley of stuff left if I was going to guess. So... ooh, this is going to be close if I do make it here. But it's also very unlikely, let me say. Okay, that'll actually do it. Yeah. There we are. Well then, I was wondering if there was going to be a phase 3, especially looking at the that final form that came out there.
You have freed His Holiness from his afflicted torment, and now he walks by the old processions on the other side of the dream. The cradle of the grievous miracle, the final relic. The grail of blood and gold that emanated from the forehead of the Father as he silently lamented the moment of his blessed twisting. That first relic is here, at the top of the Ashen Mountain, next to the Turned Throne, where His Holiness was kissed by a miraculous pain. And now, your final communion with the miracle awaits. Only you would be able to know how much of it has seeped into your guilty heart. Thus came the moment of final communion with the sword born of guilt. A last sacrifice in order to finish penance and break off with the ungodly will of the grievous miracle. But the plans of the miracle are capricious. Penance never ends, but changes, hurts, and condemns at will. There is no place for the penitent one on the other side of the dream. His place is here among us. He is the new Father and the last Son of the miracle. Recipient of our prayers forever and ever.
And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.